Kendall Sager, and I'm the owner of Sager Family Farm, which is a children's nature education business. My current job is basically the most amazing job there is because I do reverse field trips. So rather than taking children to the farm, I take the farm to the children in school. So I take honeybees into classrooms and I take chickens into classrooms, and it really brings it more to life. I think it really hit home on a field trip that I went on as a first grader at Hidden Villa, which is about 1,600 acres of open space here in the Bay Area. And I came home, I was like, I'm gonna be a farmer. And of course my parents were like, no, don't do that. Since then, I never thought it was a career choice that I could do in the Bay Area. Before I defected into farming, I was actually in tech. Rather than having a shock, like, oh my gosh, you're gonna leave tech and become a farmer, a lot of people were like, I wish I could do that. But I think I told most of my family over the phone, so I can only imagine what they were thinking, because their words were saying like, that's great, sweetie. But I felt like in their voices, they were like, oh my goodness, what just happened? So the first year, I felt like I made myself a lot of safety nets, but it was still just waking up with the nightmares in the middle of the night of like, what have I done? Oh my gosh, like, could I actually make a living doing this? I would actually work 4 days a week consulting in tech, and then I would work the other 3 days on my business. So I was working 7 days a week for probably 6 months at least, until I felt comfortable enough to stop my tech job. And it wasn't until I think a year and a half of me running the business that I had my mom shadow me in one of the classes, and she finally was like, oh, I see what this is. The main challenges I face today are keeping up with demand, because there's only one of me to go out and do classes. The product is me. I'm a speaker, so that's my brand. My heart is really in a nonprofit, and the schools that I'd like to go into don't necessarily have funding to work with me. But if I turned into a nonprofit and opened myself up to grant writing and things like that, then I think we could get a lot of funding to go into schools that wouldn't otherwise have really interesting extracurricular programs like this. When I go into an elementary school, it's just so high energy, and the kids are really engaged in what I'm talking about, and I love inspiring that in children. And even though I only visit each classroom for maybe 30 to 45 minutes once a year, when I come back onto campus, I either get, it's the chicken lady or it's the bee lady. So I do feel like I'm making a big impact. And I think that's one of the most rewarding things about what I do.